Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ring Post Radio, the only podcast that returns to Sundays for one night only, or at least one night only. I'm your host, Ryan Icy, and with me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, Scotty Edwards. Scotty, how are you doing on this fine Sunday afternoon?
Nailed it. I'm doing good. It's almost evening. We're almost there.
Tail end of
You
the
know,
afternoon.
it's the busiest time of the year. So
Some would say the
no,
most
I'm not
wonderful
Santa.
time
Thank
of
you
the
for
year.
asking. It's wonderful too, but like a lot goes with it to set up for like this week, right?
Yeah.
So much stuff goes into it, whether it be decorating, buying gifts, this or that, parties, other things. There's so much. So I'm tired.
Yeah.
Very tired, actually. I've made it. This is Christmas week for many who celebrate. For those who celebrate Hanukkah, hope you've had a wonderful Hanukkah. I know that's going on right now as well.
I believe Kwanzaa
Yeah,
Friday. Shout out
Kwanzaa's Friday, so
Kwanzaa.
happy holidays to all.
Yeah, of course.
Hope you enjoy it all this coming week. But for me, it's Marty Supreme week, so that's what I'm more so looking forward to. But yeah, I'm doing well. I honestly have watched so little wrestling the past couple weeks that doing a podcast about wrestling is interesting for me today.
Sure.
But it's almost my favorite.
Great start.
It's almost my favorite time of the year, and these previews kind of start that. So it should be a fun show. As we kick off the festivities for the next 3 weeks.
I don't exactly know when we'll do our like year-end conversation. I think it'll just be the first thing we do in the new year about the end of 2025 and everything. You know, we have been talking about it, and my little preview on thoughts is, boy, howdy, has this year sort of just dragged itself to the finish line, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
And it does feel like, yeah, we're slowly getting there, but I think you're right that this episode and next week's episode as well will be the last 2 of December, if I'm not mistaken. And those 2 are really exciting episodes. Obviously, we have Worlds End, another AEW pay-per-view. We'll have beginnings of conversations of Japan's big week, right? Starting with Stardom.
Plus all the big previews next week.
Big previews next week, which we'll get into obviously next week. You know, we have some other lucha action stuff to talk about. But that's everything we have to talk about. And like I said, these are all exciting things, end of the year things that we always
end of the year, beginning of the year.
End of the year, that's true. End of the year, beginning of the year. They will always look forward to. So I'm certainly excited about all that. I'm excited to talk about it with you, Scotty. And I'm excited as well because I just took a little trip over the weekend, Scotty, to a good new world. And boy, howdy, was a great world. I took a trip down to Pandora itself and watched the new Avatar film, Fire and Ash.
Oh,
this is my little teaser because we are secretly doing a podcast.
I have a funny follow-up to that, so I'm happy you brought that up. Okay, cool.
I watched a little film called Avatar, Fire and Ash, and
nothing's little about a 3-hour film.
Over 3:15, I want to say. Yeah, and it was quite the movie. It's quite the epic. It has a good amount of problems, and the screening I saw had a lot of frame rate issues that annoyed the shit out of me.
Sounds like Avatar.
Sounds like Avatar. And there were some bits that freaking ruled. And the crab robots were back. And the little they introduced Avatar sea otters, Scotty, and I enjoyed that greatly. It's a fine movie if you see it within a better non-fucked up frame rate, then go see it then. But
it's funny you bring that up. Because yesterday I decided, because I don't like Avatar, not a big fan, don't really care for it.
Sure.
I saw the first one.
I get it.
I saw the first one. I was like, all right, that was cool. And mind you, that was like earlier this year.
Yeah.
Because I knew the third one was kind of like, maybe I'll get to it. Then yesterday I was like, if I'm gonna see the movie, I gotta see one of them in theaters, because that's the whole point. Like that's what everyone says.
Just to rephrase, you only saw the first one outside of theaters.
Yes, and then yesterday I decided. Yesterday I decided it's time to watch The Way of Water, and I fell asleep 4 different times.
Oh man, that was the path AWA had in store for you, it seems.
The problem is, it's really long.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Like nothing gets accomplished for the first half of the movie.
Yeah. And
And I'm watching
then
them
time jumps, really.
right, and then you get to the final act. I'm like, oh, that was really good. Too bad, like there's another 75% I wasn't thrilled by. But I was like, and I'm looking at the movie. I'm like, some of this doesn't even look good. Like, what is going on? Like some of the motion capture, I'm like, this isn't even like nice looking.
Sure. I felt that way about the third one, especially in theater. I saw the second one in theaters this year because I had the re-release, and then I watched the third one in theaters this weekend. And the third one, I felt that way a lot, where I was just like, some of this performance capture CGI stuff does not.
It helps that your frame rate probably was bad too, so it was really, really, really bad. So I think I am gonna go see it, maybe the week that I'm off, but like I just watch it. I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't. Why is this the movie that makes $1 million? Like you wouldn't believe, like billion, I should say. But yeah, no, I'm happy you brought that up because I watched the second one yesterday, as slow as one could watch a movie. I tried.
You did your best.
I was wide awake for the last hour. It's just the first 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think my review on Letterboxd was this is the longest movie of all time.
How long was it? Do you have a runtime right in front of you?
Yeah, I do. 192 minutes. That is an hour, 3 hours and 12 minutes.
And this was a little bit longer. And boy, howdy, Scotty. Will I tell you this? This movie was really a part 2 because James Cameron had the script for Avatar 2 and broke it into two movies.
Yeah, so I've learned.
And also, spoiler alert. So if you watch Way of Water, so many of the plot beats repeat in this third movie.
That's not shocking. Listen, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I am. This is a wrestling podcast. I can say my movie takes. I don't really like James Cameron to begin with.
Wow.
So
this guy hates Piranha 3D or whatever it's called.
Excuse me?
He worked on a movie, I think, called Piranha the Deep or something like that.
Great. Good for him.
This guy hated Abyss.
I didn't even hate The Way of Water. So, like, I want to specify, I did not hate the movie. It just is so long and kind of boring sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not watching this in theater, so I'm not even having as good of a time as other people would be.
What if I told you that the third movie is gonna get way hornier?
That's something, I guess.
Interesting. Put that note in the old notepad.
Yeah. I mean, I hope I enjoy the third one more because I see it in theaters. I could see that possibly happen because I haven't seen the first two in theaters. But yeah, that's
way hornier. Keep in mind, way hornier.
Way hornier. That changes things, I guess, according to Ryan. Not me, according to you. But yeah, I'm happy you brought that up.
Was it Commander Quaritch? He fucks in this movie.
Oh, great!
You don't see it, but he definitely.
For what it's worth, when they brought him back in Avatar form in The Way of Water, I was like, oh, brother.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even think of someone new.
General Courage definitely fucks at least twice in this film. It's implied at least twice.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
And also, he does drugs. He does Navi drugs.
So, like, did you like it? Like, would you classify as you liked the movie or like?
I went meh. Ultimately,
you have 3 ranking systems. What would be meh out of 5? 3,
like 2.5. I would probably be ultimately 2.5. I think that if I didn't have the frame rate issues, they would go bump up into the 3 territory.
3,
but 2.5.
Okay,
it's not as strong as Way of Water.
Dear God, I've seen a lot of reviews of like people say like, oh, it's either better or worse, and I'm like, it's the same probably, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
And as you just said, it's the same. So
it is. So get into it.
Great.
It.
Great.
Again,
my movie that I've been looking forward to for months is coming out this week. I could give a shit less about Avatar.
Yeah, Marty Supreme starring SD Kid. Let's talk about AEW Worlds End happening this Saturday. This is the thing this guy's been looking forward to all year.
My least favorite sit down of the week is this because I hate Worlds End.
Worlds, a cursed pay-per-view in our show.
Yeah, because it has MJF connected to it.
MJF always seems to find a way onto these shows.
Always
in the main
stinking
event.
it up.
What was the first one? Him versus Jay White?
No, that was no, that was Full Gear. The first one was him losing to Samoa Joe. But
Oh yeah, and then the next year was Moxley.
Yeah, but you got to remember they did the payoff to the Adam Cole thing while Adam Cole was injured on the end of that show. So it stunk. Last
Scotty,
year was
I've burned all of that out of my brain cells.
Well, I can't because I got reminded of it this week on accident.
Last year, of Navi drugs, and I forgot all about that.
Do you remember what last year's match was? Because it's not better.
I mean, something to do with Moxley. I mean, if I recall correctly, the Continental Classic was Okada versus Ospreay.
Yeah, that
ruled.
Has nothing to do with that. We're talking about the world title here. Thank you.
It was Moxley.
Last year's show sucked ass. Holy shit!
So it's Moxley. Oh man, was it
Hangman, Orange Cassidy, and Jay White in a four-way?
That
is the most forgettable four-way you could ever imagine. The show also had a Dynamite Diamond Ring match between MJF and Adam Cole. So as I said, MJF always stinking it up on World's End.
Stinking it up. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, let's get to World's End and see if this show gets any better.
And you know how I learned about him stinking it up this year? So me and my friend were excited. We're like, oh, Samoa Joe versus Swerve versus Hangman. That's pretty cool. You know,
pretty good.
I can get into that, right?
Pretty juicy.
And then my friend just sends me a message Wednesday night. They ruined it. I go, what? And I click on it, and it's just like MJF cat. I was like, you kidding me?
That's your world title match for World's End. Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page, Swerve Strickland is what it was teased. And then, of course, MJF returned, filled out his contract, added himself into the match, sort of explained why he should be in this match. I don't actually remember what his answer was. Probably something about being better. And that's your world title match. It's a 4-way now. MJF, Swerve, Adam Page, and Samoa Joe. And I believe a fifth participant of MJF's new plugs. Scotty, this had the juice going into it, and then we added the MJF into it all. And I don't know if you saw the promo and all that jazz.
Hole in the bottle. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the promo on Dynamite at all. It was a lot of the usual MJF shtick, and I imagine we'll get some more or something different on Wednesday on Dynamite. But what are you feeling about this world title match? It sounds like you're extremely disappointed.
MJF is my least favorite wrestler in the entire world.
Wow.
He like, for me, he ruins everything.
Wow.
He speaks, he ruins something. He wrestles, he ruins something. I don't like him. I don't enjoy him. He stinks. And for some reason, Tony Khan loves him.
But Scotty, isn't that heel heat?
No, it's legitimately go away, turn off Baron Corbin heat. So thank you for asking. To me, he's Baron Corbin of AEW.
Holy shit.
he's perfect in like one person's wrestling mind and no one else's. I'm not going to name the guy's name, but you could figure it out.
Court Bauer?
Nailed it.
Yeah, I feel like Baron Corbin might be a little strong because at least MJF can like talk and work.
Can he though? He just makes bad jokes.
Oh, I'm not saying that like the content isn't great. I'm saying that his performance of it is better.
He is Baron Corbin for AEW.
Sure, okay, I can see what you're saying there.
He's not Baron Corbin. I understand how bad Baron Corbin is.
We all? We watch MLW every week, I think. I don't think they have a weekly thing. Anyways,
that's why you stopped watching.
I don't think I watched a single thing of MLW this week. I don't remember.
This week? I hope not.
This year has gone on forever. What a great year it has been. MJF, he's a guy, he came back and did a lot of his heel shtick, and that's fine because you're re-establishing yourself and your character in this thing. But it's not like I forgot you or anything. But I get it. You were gone for, I don't know, a couple months. I don't know how long exactly he was gone, but he was gone for a couple months. I don't know. I think admittedly, I do think the match is an interesting setup. You have all four of these guys intertwined in a way. Obviously, MJF and Adam Page, MJF and Samoa Joe putting titles back and forth, Adam Page and Samoa Joe switching titles back and forth, Swerve Obviously the connection with Adam Page, and various defenses against Samoa Joe, and MJF and Swerve. They establish a little bit of a connection, but they do have history. So they established a little bit of connection here on this past Dynamite. I do think, like, on paper, it's one of those things of like, look, if it's between this or the 4-way from last year, Scotty, I'm probably going to be taking this 4-way. But like on paper, I think it makes sense. Everything makes sense, but in practice, it's still also probably going to be good. It's these people can go and these people can work, but it is the thing of like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Having MJF thrown in the mix here is not what I was really hoping for, because I really like the idea of Samoa Joe, Swerve, and Adam Page, but I don't know. He's around. This is what it is. I'm not jazzed about it for sure.
The worst contract AEW's ever handed out. It's that extension.
I don't know. Jimmy Havoc's pretty bad.
Okay, like
in hindsight, for sure.
I don't mean like that. I mean in terms of like actual,
what about, like, renewed contract.
Yeah,
he signed. If I recall, he signed that. Was that contract signing after his world title reign? I believe it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Remember that? Remember the whole story of 2023 or whatever? I'm leaving.
No, I've actively forgotten.
You didn't forget it. You can't. I won't let you. Yeah, I don't. The good thing is this match won't main event. That is the good thing about this.
That's true. That is true. This match for sure will not main event this show. But like I said, Scotty, can you at least see that this match will probably be good? Even if MJF is involved, it's 25% of a match.
He's really good at stinking things up.
That's true.
He's a talented stinker, like, yeah, it should be fine. That's where I'm at. Like, this main event, I'm going 3.5. That's what it's going to be.
I can fully agree with that as 3.5.
And they lose 1.5 stars because of one guy.
Yeah. Hook.
What if he wins?
Yeah, so that's a good question we need to ask ourselves. Switching the title from Samoa Joe, his first reign was a temporary transitional period. Is this reign also going to be a transitional period? And we're going to go to MJF next and do MJF, Swerve, and Adam Page. Because that would make sense. It would make sense as like they want to, like, look, Adam Page is very, as we all know, extremely dusty coated. And part of this whole thing is journey of winning the title. And then same thing with Dusty. You win the title. And as we learn after the first reign, it is, oh no, you take the title off of him fairly quickly, because then it lessens interest.
I wouldn't have taken the belt off of him.
Maybe not that soon. I can agree with maybe like not that soon, but I can see it.
I don't think he got a reign. Like, it was just like, it just felt quick.
I get you. But my point here is that it's the most interesting thing about Hangman is the journey to the belt.
Yeah. But that's over. We've done it twice now. We can't go back to it.
I don't think we can't go back to it. I think you just have to, it resets, and now it's the problem is that it resets and now
he's not John Cena.
Well, unless bam, bam. He comes out in jorts.
With the cowboy boots though.
Yeah, well, naturally. He's not insane. No, I think it's not that you can't do it again. I think it's just like it resets, and the problem is that it takes years to build it back up.
Sure.
The problem is that it resets. You can't do it anytime soon.
Maybe this is my best way. I think this is like such an uninteresting time, and I've talked about this on the show. I'm not interested really in this promotion right now. Call me back when Revolution's here, because that's when they start caring again, because football season's over.
Yeah. The Continental Classic serves as a good like stopgap.
Yeah, sure. A little stopgap to keep the hardcores happy and people a little interested, right? But the problem is MJF is here, so like you're not helping me. And also, can we just talk about like how dumb I think it is? Oh, I'm gonna cash in my contract now.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Well,
why?
the new rule of the contract is you have to cash it in a week in advance.
Sure.
Much like the gift of the gods.
But why would you want to be in a match where 3 other people are in it?
That's what I'm saying. He started his promo by saying, "Let me explain why I'm doing this against 4 people." And I will admit, Scotty, I don't remember what he said. I think it was basically that, like, because I have beef with you, and I want to beat Joe because you beat the title off me and I never got my chance. I think Hangman was, I'm better than you because I'm the true ace of this company, and Swerve because I'm the best wrestler in this promotion and you chose WWE and I chose AEW and I became the best. And then your WWE run was stinky poo poo. Facts. And then you came over here like into my company. And this is my house. That's pretty much. I believe that was pretty much it. Which is like, look, that's good enough for me.
And something about redacted.
Jeffrey Epstein?
No, not him.
There was I will say this. There was a picture that I was going to consider posting as our thing, and it was a screenshot from Home Alone 2. But it was just Kevin McAllister looking at a black bar.
Dear God.
That's so funny. Anyways. Can you believe that guy didn't pop up in the files? Unbelievable.
No, I can't.
Surely
can you believe we're doing this podcast right now?
I can't. I can never believe anything that I'm doing ever.
I'm okay. You know, we're real with the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next week's gonna be our big extravaganza podcast. This week it's holiday season. We're just trying to get out of the way, okay?
Yeah, we moved this from Tuesday to Sunday. We already tell that we and Scotty have already realized Tuesday nights is our sweet spot.
Oh yeah. That's content we could do.
We're loving Tuesday nights, and we're moving here because I have family coming in for Christmas on Tuesday. So it's like, well, you know, they're coming in on Tuesday. I have to be free. Yeah. So it's like, oh, we'll move it over here. But boy, howdy, Scotty.
Boy, howdy. 23 minutes in, I can already feel the stink. Anyways, the next
speaking of stink, MJF, Swerve, Hangman and Page,
Samoa Joe to win.
I don't not see MJF winning.
Yeah.
I think it's totally plausible. I think it's a good way to spin out Joe if you want to. Would I like Joe to be around? Yes. But if it also makes sense to spin off into MJF. I think this MJF could be better because you have 2 immediate very popular baby faces and Hangman and Swerve to do this. Because one of the big problems with the MJF feud is that he turns babyface and his whole devil storyline stinks up the joint. Like up until really the 4 Pillars match, it wasn't bad. I mean, he had like the Bryan Danielson Iron Man match. Was Iron Man?
That was Double or Nothing. He held it for another like 6 months.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Oh. The beginning of it was not that bad. It was pretty decent, pretty good. And then he had the 4-way pillar match, which just the build to that stunk up the joint, and the match did not work. And then he turned face, and the whole thing fell apart completely. MJF now has 2 big time baby faces in Swerve and Hangman that he could at least serve a little bit. And then from there, you also have other guys that you can probably, mess with. Jeff Jarrett, even. I don't want it, Scotty. I'm saying that I think
you're trying to talk yourself into it. I understand what you're doing.
I'm not trying to talk myself into it. I'm trying to see the logic for it. I'm trying to see that, if this happens, will it work? And I think it could. Would I rather see? Would it make sense? What does it? Okay, here's this, Scotty. This is the Ryan Nicey logic brain. Does MJF winning the title makes more sense than Hangman winning the title at this point?
I mean, again, I would just have Joe win if this is the conversation, though.
I think and I think that's good out.
The best answer out of this match, probably right now, based on things, is Joe just winning.
What about Swerve?
Does it feel like he's in the spot to win right now?
Not really. You could, but putting the title on him would immediately put him in that spot.
That's true. You're not wrong. That is how math works.
He immediately becomes the top guy, and
He
MJF is
really
chasing
becomes the world
Swerve and
champion if he wins the world title.
MJF chases Swerve and Hangman chases Swerve, and that's all interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's
because then you could also have Takeshita or Okada or Fletcher or whatever that's spitting out into, is chasing Swerve too.
It is certainly more interesting if Swerve is world champion over MJF. That we can agree on.
Okay, let's do our rankings. Let's do a quick ranking. What would be the most interesting? What we would like to see win the world title out of this 4-way?
Joe, Swerve, Hangman, MJF.
I'm gonna go Swerve, Hangman, Joe, MJF.
I just think going right back to Hangman out of a fatal 4-way would be kind of sneaky.
I agree. I do agree. So man, maybe Hangman's last. Like I would like Hangman, but like I don't want it. That's
I hope you get it. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. I hope you get MJF as your world champion. I desperately hope after that sentence that just came out of your mouth that you get MJF
folks.
world
We have
title.
now come to the point of the podcast where Scotty wants MJF to win. Interesting.
I do. You know why? You know why I want him to win? Because listen, MJF ruins this product.
It's already
in
bad.
An impressive way.
It's not bad. It's boring.
This is how you make it bad.
Which is interesting.
Interesting, no,
Scotty.
It's not interesting. Because
we have stuff to talk about then.
We've been through the bad periods, right? We've been through the bad periods. Beginning of 2025, stunk. That was bad.
Is the podcast better if MJF is champion? We have to think about this, Scotty. We're podcasters. If we make the world worse, then we have more things to talk about.
It's hard to do that.
If I've learned anything from 2025, if we make the world worse, then we can make more content.
I don't know. I mean, content-wise, maybe. But do people enjoy the rambling and the anger at all times?
I think there's a limit that ultimately has to.
There's a limit, and
everyone has a threshold of like, okay, I've had my fill,
Yeah, if I'm turning on this podcast from the listener's point of view, I'm like, I don't want to hear this guy yell again.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it
unless you're a true sicko.
Yeah, unless you're sicko. I mean, whatever. Who cares? If MJF wins, and I don't know, make Bandito world champion. Fuck it.
Now we're talking. Okay, MJF Bandito. Does that do anything for you?
I mean, we're getting it no matter what, right? Because the diamond ring, MJF still owns.
That's true.
Oh my God, MJF is winning, and that's how you get a world title match.
MJF beats Bandito. And then,
God.
Okay, so what's the Dynamite thing? It was those two winners, Ricochet and Bandito. They face each other, and the winner of that faces.
No. Wait, hold on.
We gotta look up these rules. Where are we?
Dynamite.
Dave and Brian did this. I'm pretty sure on the
Dynamite Diamond Ring 2025 final match. That's what it says on Dynamite this week. Dynamite
which already filmed
final match. Which already filmed.
So this person is the number one contender after World's End.
No. This is the Diamond fucking whatever it's called. The Diamond Ring final match. So that's it. It's the final match. This decides it. Why does this still exist? This is what's happening. MJF's winning the world championship. Then Bandito's going to beat Ricochet, and they're going to have a world title match. And then MJF's going to win the Ring of Honor world title, and he's going to be a double world champion, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Okay, so Bandito, spoilers. Bandito won the ring.
Oh, correct? I'm absolutely on the money then.
The ring gets you a number one contenders match at Maximum Carnage.
Oh, yeah, we're screwed, buddy. MJF, welcome to the world title. Oh, Jesus.
It's the guy that did a bunch of shit in Mexico, had the middleweight championship. You're telling me it's going to be him versus Bandito? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's not going to be Hangman. It's not going to be Hangman at all. Samoa Joe, that'll be a fun little match, but that's not going to move the needle. Swerve and Bandito, pretty dope. It's going to be MJF 100%. I'm putting all my chips down.
Oh, my God.
I'm putting all my chips down. Do I want this? No. 100. All my chips are going.
I can't wait
MJF.
till the year-end conversation. We talk about AEW. Yeah, it's dead.
I'm so happy that Paramount purchased AEW from Warner Brothers to get MJF off my screen.
Oh God, it's over. It's over. It's over. This is like giving Jake Paul not Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Jake Paul's the one that got his jaw broken this week. Logan Paul's the other one.
Yeah,
same thing to me. He's a celebrity now, right? He's in all these bad movies.
What's your point about Logan Paul? You just
it's like giving Logan Paul the world title,
which is
bad.
But they've never done it. You never know if it'll be bad.
Oh, buddy, it's WWE. I can guarantee you it'd be bad.
Fans of the show, listeners of the show, let us know.
Are
if
you
Scotty
for an MJF title reign?
Scotty, I want everyone to know. I got Scotty to rant. I want you to know. Was that rant enjoyable?
No, that wasn't a good one.
Let's move on.
We landed on the no. I'm not done. We landed on the fact that MJF is becoming the AEW World Champion to close out 2025.
It's a World's End, Scotty. What's a bigger World's End? The way to cap off 2025, in my view, is for MJF to be World Champion. Of course, it makes sense, Scotty.
If a single person books Tony Khan Booker of the Year, I will come for you.
You're excited? Are you excited to see the Triple B again?
Oh,
It's got. I'm fairly confident at this point it is going to be MJF winning the world title this Saturday.
Oh, this company stinks. All right, moving on. Oh, I don't know what the rest of the card is.
This guy stinks.
I don't know what the rest of this card is besides the Continental Classic, so I can't wait for you to tell me.
All right, well, let's go through that rest of the card before we get to the Continental Classic, because that has, we're going to have the two semifinal matches, and the final being the main event, and we got to go through math that is actually being taped right now. I
do know one semifinalist.
Oh, you do?
Cage Match told me.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll hold on that because also might add us give us some more time.
I'll hold. Hey,
he's holding. AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship is going to be on the line here. Obviously, the new inaugural champions crowned in Atlanta. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, the Babes of Wrath. And after this past Dynamite and getting pinned in the match by Willow was pinned in the match, if I'm not mistaken. The challengers are the team of Mercedes Moné and Athena.
I mean, Harley Cameron's still there.
Harley Cameron's still there. That's what it is. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
How did they lose? Are this leading to a TBS title match, we think, between Athena and Mercedes? Is that the pathway here?
That can make sense.
Because Mercedes got to lose all her belts.
Yeah. Does she win here? No, probably not. She just lost the Rev Pro Bot title, which was ultimately 2 belts. Spoilers alert. Well,
yeah, some people were angry about that.
People were angry about that?
Yeah, I got a good laugh out of this ruins Rev Pro's storylines or something. I was like, what? Rev Pro has storylines?
Yeah, probably.
Nah, don't lie to me. Who's the world champion right now? It doesn't matter. Remember Michael Oku? Me either.
I believe it's not Shaw Samuels because I believe someone else beat Shaw Samuels. Shaw Samuels recently. God,
former NXT UK alum, Shaw Samuels.
Exactly. Jesus. Well, at least he still represents British wrestling and not like the other NXT UK alum that is currently masked in Mexico.
All right, moving on.
The heavyweight champion is, of course, Jay Joshua. Scotty, give us your takes on Jay Joshua.
Happy for him. Don't know who he is.
Yes, he beat Shaw Samuels last week, actually, in fact, the 14th.
You were a big Rev Pro guy. What happened?
Fell apart. I don't know. Just kind of like Rev Pro just kind of got kind of boring, and I got super busy, and it just fell to the wayside. I know. I used to like Rev Pro a lot. It's just kind of I got busy, man. What can I tell you?
Man, this year-end podcast is gonna be great. Yeah, I want to watch it. Don't watch it. Nah, I'm good.
AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships on the line. I don't think Athena and Mercedes will win. I think, if anything, you're right that it could lead to drama between the two of them, and that will eventually lead to the TBS title match between Athena and Mercedes. I don't know when that would happen. Maybe they hold it off to Revolution. I don't know. Doesn't make sense, obviously, for Harley or Willow to lose.
It depends how fast they're trying to get these belts off of her, which, as of this moment, feels very fast.
Has she had? Obviously, they were just in Europe. Did she wrestle any more matches in Europe? Because I know, obviously, most of her belts are European belts. The answer is no. She did not wrestle a single match in Europe outside of being in England and losing the Rev Pro titles.
What was the title she lost before that?
The Women's World TV title.
The what? Oh, the Ring of Honor.
The Ring of Honor Women's.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, so the other match here, AEW Women's World Title match, Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, see, that rocks.
This rocks. I was sort of confused because I thought they were building up to Tekla and Chris Statlander, and then that match didn't happen, and then they booked Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. Like, everyone was saying that was going to be the match, and then I saw, like, what you just told me.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Everyone was like, Tekla's beating up people backstage and calling out Chris Stat. Here we go. And then it's like, oh no, it's Jamie Hayter. I'm like, huh?
So Tekla's gonna be like Maximum Carnage.
I wonder if Tekla's injured. That'd be my guess.
Isn't she on TV?
She hasn't. Okay, let's see. Has she wrestled? Because all I've seen her is beating up people backstage, and an injured person in some regard can do that.
Little roughed up.
Roughed up. She wrestled. The last time she wrestled was against Ty Mello on November 26th.
Yeah, maybe she's a little banged up.
Yeah, I think that's plausible, but not enough to.
Really good. Chris Statlander wins. Hopefully, Tekla doesn't get involved. There you go.
I agree. It's Chris Statlander retention here, and that's. I'll check the old Wikipedia to see if there's any Scotty, but I'm pretty sure that's all I got here for on the outside.
Okay, then. What a card!
Yeah, that's all we got here so far. We could obviously have more matches announced on Wednesday. We probably will because, Scotty, that's only 6 matches outside of the Continental Classic.
They had like 8 last year. Because they made it smaller because of the tournament, I remember.
They had...
Don't count the pre-show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, Scotty. Good job. So we have the Continental Classic happening here. We'll start off here with the I guess we'll start off with the Blue League here, Scotty.
Sure.
Because we already, as of this point in time, there are some updated standings, and we do know, in fact, one semifinalist that's going to be in the Blue League match. And that is, of course, going to be sorry, not the Blue League match. It's the number 1 person in Blue League versus the number 2 person in Gold League. We know that the number 1 person in Blue League is none other than Konosuke Takeshita, who earned himself, I believe, 10 points by defeating Orange Cassidy. Spoilers alert, in Dynamite this upcoming Wednesday. So Konosuke Takeshita is going to be in here. The other option is the Gold League, who whatever number going to be 2 at this point. After the Dynamite tapings this weekend, the Gold League standings were all evened up to 6 across the board, Scotty. So it comes down to what they are taping right now, which is Kazuchika Okada versus Mike Bailey, Pac versus Kevin Knight, and Jack Perry versus Kyle Fletcher.
I could tell you the results of none of those. I tried to find them.
No worries.
I tried to find them.
I'm sure we'll have more of that throughout the show if we can.
All I found is, wow, what a match! All right, sick.
Perfect. Does it say which match it was?
Takeshita versus Dorada.
No, we don't care about that. We don't even know about that.
Literally means nothing to us.
Yeah, we already know Takeshita's in. So of those 6, all of them are even here. 6s across the board. Who would be the most interesting person to get second in the Continental Classic and go up against Konosuke Takeshita? Or maybe that's the other thing. Maybe who's more likely to win, Okada or Mike Bailey?
Okada.
Who's more likely to win, Pac or Kevin Knight?
Pac.
And then who's more likely to win, Jack Perry or Kyle Fletcher? Fletcher. So then we have a 3-way tie at top, supposedly, with Okada, Pac, and Fletcher. What were the Continental Classic standings?
Okada beat Pac. I don't know who beat. Did Pac beat Fletcher? I don't know.
I don't remember. I just watched that match today or yesterday.
Dude. I haven't watched it, so I wouldn't know.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find a picture of the standings. No. Okay. No, that's from last year.
You're fired.
I think Google should be fired, quite honestly. Let's see. Okada beat Pac.
Pac beat Fletcher.
Fletcher beat Okada.
Oh, there you go. It's
And you said
3-way.
Pac lost to Okada and
beat Fletcher.
So Pac beat Fletcher.
Fletcher beat Okada and lost to Pac, and Okada beat Pac and lost to Fletcher. So 3-way match.
It's a 3-way.
Great.
No, it's a 4-way because I guess maybe that's why we don't have all the matches. They have
Why
to do
is it a 4-way?
They have to do no. You're right. It's not a 4-way.
Okay.
They have to.
That's
The reason we don't have all 8 matches here, Scotty, is because they have to do a 3-way play-in match between Okada, Pac, and Fletcher.
That's just the semifinal.
The semifinal is the number 2 and the number 1 of both things going up against each other.
Yeah, but they're just going to do this as the semifinal like they did 2 years ago.
What are you talking about?
They're all in the same league, correct?
Correct.
Who's the first seed?
I don't know. They're in a 3-way
That's
tie.
my point. They're just going to face each other to decide who goes to the finals.
Yeah, so a play-in match.
No, a semifinal match.
There is no semifinal match out inside the round robin tournament.
Oh my god. There's 2 semifinal matches at the tournament at the pay-per-view, okay?
Yes, where B1 faces G2.
That's how that goes?
Yes, and G1 faces B2.
Oh, that's a problem.
See, okay, we're on the same page now.
Okay, all right. I thought it was just 1 versus 2 in each block. Okay, no, I see your problem now. Okay,
we need to have a play-in match as of this moment to solve all this, or we need one of Okada, Pac, or Fletcher have to lose. One of these guys has to lose, and then it's the other 2. Win or lose, who cares? And that's your 1 and 2 spot.
That's problematic.
So Mike Bailey? So who's more likely to beat their opponent? Is Mike Bailey going to beat Okada?
No
fucking way. Is Jack Perry going to beat Kyle Fletcher?
Maybe.
Shocked. Maybe shocked. Is Kevin Knight going to beat Pac? He could.
Oh, they might. Maybe they'll do that. Okay, so one of them have to lose. Got it. All right. Back on the same page.
Holy
hell.
You would
can't do a play-in. They don't have time.
Now you would still have to I think you might have to still do a playoff between Okada and Fletcher. They would be 1 and 2, but they would be deadlocked tied at 1. If they both win, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, I see your point.
So here's the thought, Scotty. A play-in match for the pay-per-view is Okada versus Kyle Fletcher. The loser of that faces Konosuke Takeshita, and you would have to think that the winner of that will then face whoever's the B2 guy.
They're not doing all these They're not doing this on the pay-per-view. Maybe they're going to record this tonight.
Maybe it's a bonus match tonight. Bonus main event.
Yeah, that's possible. That is terrible booking. I hate all of that. That's too much.
Well, what I'm suggesting ultimately is because I think we both think that the main event is ultimately going to be Okada versus Takeshita, right?
Right. Otherwise, it's gonna be a really funny tournament. Yes.
And what I'm pitching to you is a show where they do Okada versus Fletcher, Takeshita versus Fletcher, Takeshita versus Okada, all in one night.
They could do that.
They could do that. And that's what I'm saying. If they do the play-in, I think that they would have to. That's what would happen.
We will never see Okada in more of autopilot than we would in that first match.
No, I think it'd be more the second one. He's facing. I don't know who's B2 at this point. Could be Claudio actually.
Oh yeah, that he wouldn't even try.
Who's at 6 points? Six points. Yeah,
Moxley?
I see that Claudio has 7 points, so it might be Claudio versus Okada on the pay-per-view as well.
I just want you to know, everyone to know, hate all of this. Hate the turn. Hated that entire. That was so confusing. And the funny part is, none of it's going to matter in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, in 20 minutes, the show is happening live. So maybe this is something we put on pause and circle back at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, way to bring it up after we broke each other's brains.
I was on board. I was on board fully. I knew what I was talking about.
That's true. Yeah, sure. You know what? Here's an idea. We move on.
And we're going to move on to I guess not this show anymore because that's it for AEW Worlds End. So let me pull up because I'm not prepared for Stardom Dream Queendom.
You're about to see another card that's not complete.
Stardom Dream Queendom happening, of course, in Ryogoku Korakuen Hall. December 29th, which is on Monday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Monday.
Stardom Dream Queendom. This is the year-end big-time show for this company. Wikipedia has it currently as TBD, Scotty, for attendance. Do you have any updates on what the attendance is at this moment?
It's sold out.
Huh?
Outside of, they added like more seats in stand C and stand B, but it's ultimately sold out.
What is sold out for Ryogoku Korakuen Hall?
It depends on setup.
Sure,
it really depends on setup. So
can we get a rough?
So let me give you an example. And they've opened for more than this than last year, but I think they said sold out last year like 4,000.
Last year was 4,095.
Yeah, it fits way more than that. So like they didn't so they I'll explain how this has gone. They sold out once, okay, and then they're like, we should probably like open more seats here because there's a lot more room. So like they've opened more and more seats. I have no idea what the number is going to look like because they've done this, but every section that's like the floor sold out. The top's really all that's available.
Yeah.
Because they do like to put a stage or like the two tunnels. They like to put a screen there, so they'll cut off a few. But they're gonna have their biggest Ryogoku number ever. So
safe to assume over 4,000. Just the question of how over. Is there a question of? And I think they might announce something like this, and hopefully business stays up for Stardom by next year. Would it make sense to leave Ryogoku Sumo Hall and go somewhere else?
Absolutely not. There's nowhere else to go.
But they've capped out the attendance. They capped out the capacity.
Well, they haven't though. They would just have to stop putting a screen. Like they would have to like
rapidly change their setup.
Yeah. So like, let me see where last time New Japan was here was. I know this. I just need to find it,
folks.
KOPW. They had 5,372, and that was not sold out.
Okay, so it's going to be over 5,000.
Yeah, there's plenty of room. I'm guessing they are definitely over 5,000. Not only is the company hot in terms of just domestic, obviously the international aspect coming in, international fans swooping in. It's probably going to be their second biggest show ever. That's my prediction.
Damn.
After earlier this year.
What was the attendance for that show?
7,000
All-Star?
something. It was 7,000 something. Yeah. That's different. Yeah. Company's hot. Even if it's very weird to talk about this company, and we're going to kind of do it as we go here. I'll let you review because my dog is making noises. So
yeah,
I need to do that, but go right ahead.
Yeah. So we have, at this point in time, looking at the Wikipedia right now, we have we have 5 matches announced. So very interesting. The other big thing to acknowledge as well, there is also Saya Kamitani is going to be wrestling on Wrestle Kingdom as well, where she's defending if I'm not mistaken, the New Japan Strong Women's Championship against Hazuki. I want to say, or there's some sort of double gold dash situation that's happening on that. I don't remember. But she's obviously also defending the World of Stardom Championship here on this show. She's defending against Saori Anou. In obviously will be the main event and will be tearing down the house, I have to presume. Scotty, thoughts on Saya Kamitani versus Saori Anou as the World of Stardom Championship match?
It's a match with no heat.
Shocked.
Like, so it's really weird because sold out crowd. Clearly, it's what's selling the. No, it's not selling the show.
No.
Like, Saya Kamitani's existence is selling the show.
Yeah, I could probably think of if you want to have a match that sells like into a bigger arena. There's probably one specific match Stardom would be able to do. Maybe even people that are on the card.
Yeah, sure.
Put that match together and maybe go to a dome and even get like 10K or something, you know?
For sure. Instead we run away from it. This match
run away from it, but the date was already booked.
I'm really excited I can preview this before I do my actual preview because this is where I can get my wise remarks off. Because when I'm gonna do my full on preview for the whole show, once there's ever a card that hasn't come out yet, in full, we only have 5 matches. I'll be able to do it, so that'll probably come out after Christmas. So this is perfect. The problem with this, right, is that in the eyes of many, not just Joshi fans, but I think now the Stardom hardcore fans outside of a few that'll defend the company with no matter what, they have reached the point this is a flat title match. It is a flat world title match because they essentially ruined Saori's entire challenge from the word go. For people who don't remember, at Crimson Nightmare, Shuri came out. They agreed to the double gold dash at
I said
Wrestle Kingdom.
I said Hazuki earlier. You're right, Shuri.
Yeah, they wouldn't push Hazuki like that. Easy no. Right. So they agree to the double gold, and then Saori Anou comes out. Okay, and then she's like, "I want to challenge you at Queendom," and it's like, all right, kind of cut the legs out from under her there, but sure. This entire week's going to be the Saya Kamitani week.
Yeah, this
is the ultimate weekend for her of giving her the biggest matches, the biggest moments. And it's, again, I've said this so many times, it's you gotta keep doing it. It is frustrating that other people aren't getting built up along the way or whatever, but you gotta keep doing it. The main problem though is Saori Anou feels so much lower than her in this booking. There's not a heat to it that I think honestly probably won't even be. I don't even know how it's going to be mirrored in that building because I'm pretty sure that we're going to be cheering for Saya Kamitani.
Yes.
So it's a very tough spot for Saori Anou. That being said, I think they're going to have a home run. I think the match will be awesome. I am looking forward to the match. Yeah. But most people have agreed this is probably the weakest Stardom Dream Queendom main event in terms of build. And it's either this one or it's probably not last year's because that was Saya and Tam, and people are obviously naturally into that and what that led to. The year before that was Mike and Suzu. They had built up a feud for months. The year before that was Julie and Shuri. That speaks for itself. And the year before that was Utami and Shuri, which spoke for itself. So it was probably the weakest Dream Queendom main event. But it's about one person only, as this company is. And it's fine because they're going to sell out the whole building or as much to the capacity as they have set up.
Yeah. And the obvious thing that we sort of already talked about a little bit is that they have this situation where they're sort of serving 2 masters where they want to showcase Saya Kamitani on this show, obviously defending in the main event, but they also want to have Saya Kamitani on Wrestle Kingdom, and that they being Bushiroad, obviously, have her on Bushiroad, have her in a sold out crowd, in a dome show, on TV as well for in Japan. So it is the sort of thing of like that is the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom show for Saya Kamitani and for Stardom to a degree is kind of the more important match to a degree.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the world title match, so it's you're
Yeah.
trying to serve two masters, and it's one thing gets under delivered in that regard.
I think we're on our way to them getting. I've been long thinking this. I do think they get rid of the World of Stardom Championship eventually.
That
and
sucks.
I think
that sucks to hear.
I know, but they love the letters IWGP, and who's going to probably win that belt at Queendom? It's Saya Kamitani. So it's like, now that she has all three belts, do you combine them all? That'll be the question. I would be shocked if she loses either.
Plus, it gets her on New Japan shows next year.
Right, which they're gonna need. Let's be honest, they're gonna need it.
Assuming Saya's business holds up, they're gonna need it.
Right, and assuming it holds up, hell, even if it doesn't hold up to the degree it's at, it'll still be helpful.
Yeah.
That's kind of the fascinating thing, though. Like, they're gonna use Saya as much as they can, and I think change is coming in 2026 in terms of like how this all looks. But as long as she stays hot, as long as she keeps going, she has the MVP to her name now.
Yep.
It's just kind of like you just got to go full steam ahead. And unfortunately, some people I think kind of suffer with that, and Soriano is the one that's kind of suffering from that. But she has a home run performance. It doesn't really matter in the end because people will have seen it and they'll say, "Oh, I like her." That's kind of what I'm hoping for from her, because I've been a fan for her for a while.
You ultimately, if you're Sayoriano, you ultimately just need to have a great performance. All the eyes will be on you, so you just need to wrestle well. And Sayoriano has, so there's no real spoiler about that.
She's excellent, and Saya's excellent, especially in the big match. I think Saya has a recipe that she's learned this year where she doesn't have to go as hard necessarily, and that's the only fear, because she has the bigger match a week later.
Yeah,
like she's not going to have the TAM match.
Yeah,
right. And listen, this is not the TAM match, but I even mean the first one they had this year. That was kind of like balls to the wall action craziness. I don't know if she's going to do that or not. I think she will, because it is Queendom, and that's the type of performer she is in the big spot. But we'll see. It's a main event that is lacking heat, but I think it won't lack in terms of delivery on the 29th.
Semi-main event, Wonder of Stardom title match. That's, of course, Konami versus Saya Ida, baby. Get into it, baby. Oh, get into it. I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah. I would do everything in my power to get Saida this Wonder of Stardom Championship. Do I think it's going to happen?
No. You lean into the Freudian flip. The World of Stardom Championship.
You're right. We got to get her there too. Saida, some say the best Saya in Stardom. Ryan says that. I think
my chest.
For like this, it's a fascinating booking because, one, I do think Stardom's like in this spot where they didn't have to put a bona fide established name in this spot and can take the chance. And this is kind of something they've done in the years past with the Wonder of Stardom Championship match on this show, is take some chances. Last year was Natsupoi versus Starlight Kid, and that was part of kind of getting back the company back into the swing of things. So that made sense. This year it's very unique because like Konami's the champion, which is already odd, and Saida is now the challenger. But I think Saida is someone who has created fans, whether it be in Japan, worldwide, like Ryan, as he's pumped over here. I think she's gonna be so good in this match. No one, like, Konami can't, and she won't take the night off. But like, she's gonna have to keep up. I think Saida is gonna be so fired up, so ready to deliver in this title match. I think she's gonna be sensational. And I think it's gonna be great. I really do. I think it's going to be great, and I think Saida should win. Unfortunately, what I expect is Hanan comes out after the match because Saida lost, and that's where we're going, because that's why Konami's the champion. Konami took out Hanan, and now she's going to take out her tag team partner before setting up that title match, probably in her hometown in February. That's where they like to do that. So
it makes sense. We've long time.
Doesn't make sense. Saida should be champion.
Well, again, world. We'll get to world. But the
happy
idea that like we've picked Hanan as the future ultimately, and like Hanan should probably be the one that's given like the the semi-main belt sort of thing, and do all that stuff. It all makes sense. I would obviously I want Saida, but like as a setup, as a stepping stone to Hanan and into that next like quote unquote ace spot that she should be in. Yeah, that's really what you should be doing.
That's what they got to do. It's hard to be against that. Though there is a funny angle of it all of like, why couldn't Hanan just beat Starlight Kid? Well, things happen. Maybe she didn't want to lose to her. She's been out for 2 months now. Starlight Kid, she's coming back on the show. Mike is going to be on the show. They're now fully rostered again, so that's kind of the interesting additions to the show. Not that Starlight Kid or Mike have matches yet, but they will be on here. They will be on here for those wondering.
Well, speaking of people that are on this show, they booked her already, and we got to use her. I hate that we booked her. We have to use her, but Suri is on the show. Yeah, just what is she doing? Is she any sort of special title match? And she's a big star. She was IWGP Women's Champion Stardom for many months in this company's year. Surely she's in a big time spot. Well, I mean, it depends how you see it. She's in a special singles match against Natsupoi.
That's the best built up match of the show. I know you're shocked, surprised.
I'm shocked because again, I am saying that this is purely they have Suri booked for the date and we have to use her.
Yeah, I mean, Suri put in the work to make this a big story, as she often does. Used her own show to do it. Has built it up on and on. Essentially, the story is she saw Natsupoi was depressed, didn't want to wrestle anymore. After she lost to Saya Kamatani, Sari saw it. By the way, real life best friends, so that's kind of playing to this too. And challenged her at Sariism, pinned her, and essentially Natsupoi wants to take Sari's head off now, which is wonderful. It's a very exciting time. This is going to be a fantastic match. I'll say it here. It's going to be the best match of the entire show. I don't think anything comes close to topping it. And that's not to say anything about Saida. That's not anything to say about the main event. I think those matches will be great too. But this is Natsupoi. This is Sari. This is what Sari does, is steal the show. You give them 15 minutes, they're going to do just that. And I do think the reason we're doing this whole match is if we're not going to have Sari face Saya Kamatani, which sure doesn't seem like it, Ryan, anytime soon, then I think she puts over Natsupoi.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, like I said, if I'm saying that Suri is this is a match where she was booked and she's honoring the date and they're honoring the date, then Suri, it would make sense for Suri to lose this and just go off and go back to Marigold. I
think she'll be a little bit everywhere next year.
Yeah,
my guess.
My guess
it's her anniversary year, so
I think
a lot of it's gonna be her.
She will try to be everywhere as much as possible.
Yeah, but this does feel like kind of the end of her being featured as much as she's been. Like,
in Stardom,
right? In Stardom, yeah, she's been on like Corkin after Corkin for them, all these big shows, all their tournaments. I do think like we kind of get a little cut off now after this, and we'll see how it all goes from there. But it's exciting. It's a very exciting match. Like I said, it has potential to be one of the best matches of the. It has potential to be the best match of the entire week. It'll be hard to beat like a Tanahashi match and stuff like that, I know, but I do think these two are going to hit the home run that everyone expects them to have. And it's kind of the match this card needed. Yes. Everything else is just hate.
Yes.
Literally. Like that's everything else. So it'll be a nice breakaway from kind of that aspect, which I also think could be a troubling part of this card, depending how much cheating happens in the 3 of the top 4 matches.
Yes.
A lot of hate.
Speaking of, Natsuko Tora and Ruaka defending their Goddess of Stardom championships against Sayaka Kurara and Aya Sakura. Sakura is the tag team name, of course.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, that this was the tag league final.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not aware of any tag league, to be fair.
Okay, well, this was the tag league final last month, and Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara won. So there you go.
Good for them.
They're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I will say I am happy Stardom is pushing these two in this spot.
Yeah.
You gotta be making stars and such, and I think these two have bright futures. It's just I understand people's
You need
people's
to be making
complaints.
stars. Saya Kamatani is not going to last forever, so you need to start making stars and movies.
Yeah, you need to make stars alongside her, and that's
Yes.
I think that's been like the number one blemish on their year in a year that has very few.
Yeah.
Is that Saya hasn't been able to sink her teeth into anything since Tam retired.
Yes.
You know, maybe, and I do think there are people next year. It's going to be either Mike or a Starlight Kid. I think that she's gonna do that with. Now that they're both going to be healthy, but I do think that is like the major blemish. So that's why Ayasaka and Carrara being in these matches is a good thing.
And then finally, in the maybe opener, I don't know, who knows.
Yeah, I'll do the opener.
Hazuki versus Fuwa-chan. This is, if I recall correctly, this is the celebrity that became a wrestler, debuted last year at Dream Queendom, or debuted at a Dream Queendom, I want to say.
She actually wrestled, I think her first match was All-Star, the first All-Star Grand Queendom in 2023.
Made a professional wrestling debut at the Goddess 2022 Goddesses of Stardom Tag League on October 23rd, teaming with Hazuki in a losing effort against Saya Kamatani and Hina.
2022, yeah.
Yes.
So she debuted there. That was a big thing. That like they did that like for a big special, and then she wrestled at All Star Grand Queendom, and then
did nothing.
She didn't wrestle. Then she didn't wrestle at all in 2024. She got canceled.
Yes,
she got canceled.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia now. The Yasuku controversy.
Yeah, she got canceled.
Boy.
yeah.
Should I say what it is?
I mean, you can.
Fuwa-chan made a post on August 4th, 2024. Fuwa-chan made a post mocking comedian Yasuko on her Twitter account and telling Yasuko to quote unquote kill yourself since you're not great. It was promptly deleted. She apologized, which Yasuko accepted, but obviously significant.
She's apologized a lot since then too.
So a little bit of redemption tour. God, Scotty, the amount of people that use wrestling on redemption tours. Can you believe it?
People did make a slight joke saying she was Stardom's Logan Paul, which did pop me.
Probably the only wrestler on Stardom's thing outside of, I guess, Io Sky that has a controversy section.
Oh God. Here's the thing. I think her going full-time into wrestling is very exciting. She showed major potential previously. She was someone that I said multiple times, especially after her 2 matches only, if she wants to do this, there's high potential here.
There's room.
And picking
like
Hazuki,
Paul, much like Logan Paul,
picking Hazuki, one of her original trainers, to be her opponent, to make her look good, is as smart of a pick as you can have. There is like
much like Aaron Wolf, and go ahead.
There is a mountain amount of potential here of what this could mean, because her succeeding could give you the obvious Saya Kamatani opponent very quickly from Stardom's eyes, because this is a actual celebrity, like a legitimate celebrity that people know, people follow. That another part of the big ticket sales, by the way, they said she's re-debuting at this show. When you talk about her getting canceled all you want, whatever, she still has a following, a major following. If she succeeds in this match and succeeds in the matches following, they're going to go all in on her, because like you said, there's a good chance she is not in wrestling forever. But they're going to try to capitalize on whatever they have. If I would not be shocked if she even beat Hazuki here. It really depends on what they want to do to establish her as something, because she's not going to be in just a normal rookie in a Stardom rookie land. She can't. So that's kind of the fascinating aspect of this match. I'm intrigued by how it goes, because I do think they're going to push her probably as quickly as they can if she shows any continuation of success. She just has to be competent in the ring for them to be like, "Yep, we're going." And
Yep.
I think at the very least, this match will be that. I am looking forward to it. It's a fascinating match, and like I said, this is the only 5 matches on the card so far. These are what's selling the rest of the show for any tickets that weren't sold beforehand. So there's that. But Starlight Kid announced today she's coming back on this show. Michael will be there. It's kind of full. The only person that's out now will be Momo, and I don't know when she's coming back. So full steam ahead for Stardom heading into their second biggest show of the year. That's the funny thing about the show now. It was once their biggest show. It is no longer that.
Yeah.
So
that's like question, like maybe looking into the idea of bumping up into a bigger arena, because then you could have the ability to maybe go make it a bigger show, than All Star.
they could do that.
They could do that.
I just know Sumo Hall. So like, it's a big show. You just have to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Because there's not many other buildings unless they were like to run Yokohama Arena twice. But I'm sure they want to be based in Tokyo this week. So it's like you're either doing Sumo Hall or none. Like you're not running the. I don't think they're gonna run the dome at the same time as New Japan once they do, which I think that's the big talking point that I made after Sai won the MVP. Like that's the next destination for this company. That is where they want to go. And I think if they do run it, they can't just go into it just their roster. They're gonna have to go all in, like every partnership, everything they'll have to do. But that's where they're trying to go now is the Tokyo Dome. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't think they're that far off anymore from probably announcing that. If you told me that they announced it here, I wouldn't even be shocked, like far in advance, but I wouldn't be shocked by that. Try to follow up on the Saya success because you want to do it sooner rather than later. If they don't announce it here, maybe they announce it at All-Star Grand Queendom, but I feel like it's in the next year and a half, they just give it a go because you kind of have to.
Yeah. We'll sort of see how everything plays out. For this, but that is it. That of course is going to be on Monday the 29th. Yes, 29th. So stay tuned for that, folks. We'll obviously review that on the Tuesday. We'll be returning for Ring Post Radio on that Tuesday, the 30th. That's not New Year's Eve. 31st is New Year's Eve. So on New Year's Eve, we'll be back to review that show and preview a bunch of other shows happening in Japan. Any updates real quickly on AEW? Let me see if I can update my.
Good question.
Let me see if I can refresh my card here. Refresh my Blue Sky account.
I hear the old look ski.
The old look ski. See if we got any updates.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any updates. No, I'm just seeing Jake Paul's face bulging out of its skull. I don't want to see that.
I got a new match announced for Worlds End.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Spoiler alert. This won't hurt anyone. A Chicago street fight.
Shocked.
The AEW World Tag Team titles. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang.
No. All right. Okay. That's fine. They had a nice little match on what was that, Collision? I think that was the third hour main event, I guess you can say, of Collision from this past Wednesday. Nice little match.
This show's probably going to be the best Collision show, though. Like everyone's loving it. Like the few comments I'm getting is like, "Holy shit!" So
good,
that's cool.
Good. I mean,
it is Hammerstein's. It's go home and it's Hammerstein, so you kind of want to hit a home run.
Mm-hmm. CMLL and AAA. Let's dip our toes into Mexico real quickly. Obviously, they had two fairly decently big shows, I would say, for both companies here. Scotty, I will admit, I did forgot to ask. Did you watch CMLL Dream Match Friday?
No, didn't have time.
Dang, then we cannot talk about it because I only watched one match right before we started going. And what a match it was. Atlantis Jr. and Shewa defeat Angel de Oro and Yutani, who I don't know who this guy is, but he's a 25-year-old.
Oh, that's the Japanese guy that used to be in Glee.
Exactly. So good for him. It was the grand alternative final match. I don't know. It was a nice little tag match. But of course, it had other matches. Sobrano Jr. defeats Kevin Knight. Mascaro Dorado defeats Mike Bailey. And Claudio Castagnoli defeats Ultimo Guerrero in the main event. So lots of dream matches to be had. I apologize for not getting to it, folks. But boy, howdy did I make time for AAA.
Yeah, that's crazy. Next year,
It's easy
I
because it's
think
on
we're
YouTube.
I think, and this is kind of to give the teaser of the year-end conversation, which might just have to be a completely different recording, if we're being honest.
It is. It's 100%. I think with the past couple of years, we've done it as just its own recording.
It's either that or we do it on the like 13th, which actually would probably be smarter because if we review everything, then kind of do the year-end, beginning of the year look. Anyways,
Yeah,
it's just it's halfway into the year, so maybe we don't want to do that. My point though is that I think next year, a big thing we'll probably dive into is Lucha, with CMLL becoming much more accessible, AAA technically becoming more accessible as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how much AAA will actually talk, but if we just say Lucha, it covers both bases. But the fact that you watch this show is really funny. So
it was on YouTube.
Have at it.
It was on YouTube. I had laundry to fold. I had not yet repurchased my Triller account. So I could not watch CMLL yet. So I watched this. And look, it wasn't a bad show. This is a AAA Guerra de Tiantes. Tianes. There's a double T. Tiantes. Guadalajara, Mexico is where the show was. A nice little show here. The main event, of course, being Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio. It was supposed to be the re-debut of Rey Fenix and Pentagon, the Lucha Brothers, in the WWE world. Obviously in AAA, but in the WWE world. But obviously Penta's injured, so they brought back the returning Rey Mysterio in his first match, back in action since being injured, and they took on the team of Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano. And it was a pretty good match, Scotty. Nice little main event. The entire show, there's not a lot of things to talk about from this entire show, Scotty. It was a nice little show. If you have time to kill and you have 2 hours, probably less with all the matches if you skip around. There's a nice little show here. There's some fun stuff. There's some good matches. El Hijo del Vikingo versus Dragon Lee was a really great match.
Rating.
I think I went 4 flat on that one. I would say it was a great match. Vikingo hits a lariat so hard on Dragon Lee that JBL pops out of his chair and starts ranting and raving about how great it looks.
JBL.
Yeah, JBL still only shows.
Didn't know. I forgot he was on to begin with.
No, if I recall, no title changes. The opening match was a 4-way tag with LA Parka, and Octagon Jr. defeating LWO, Los Americanos, Mr. Iguana Nina Hamburguesa. We have yet to talk about Los Americanos on the show and our thoughts on Bravo Americano and Rayo Americano. Of course, the former Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, 2 British wrestlers that are now donning masks and wrestling on AAA in Mexico. Scotty, we've not given. We've talked about Chad Gable's El Grande Americano. We've talked about Ludwig Kaiser's El Grande Americano, and here we are with Bravo and Rayo, Los Americanos. Do you have any grand thoughts about these two?
They helped kill the British Indies for this.
And that is my grand thought as well, Scotty. They sold out the British Indies to get WWE contracts. And here we are working Pete Dunne working in tandem with The Undertaker to present Lucha Libre wrestling as Rayo and Bravo of Tyler Bate, a guy that is, again, we have to look at it every single time, is 28 years old.
He's almost old.
He's almost he's finally almost old. 28 years old. This guy was seen as a massive top prospect. And here he is, in a tag team, not a main card guy, that's El Grande, but in a tag team with Pete Dunne still in AAA Mexico, in Guadalajara, Mexico, under a hood. The British wrestling scene died for this, folks. This is what I'm saying. Unbelievable. Literally, Scotty, unbelievable. Cannot believe it.
I can.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing also. By the way, guys, Rey Americano, Pete Dunne, looks and wrestles like he's Fandango. And then Bravo Americano is so stiff. Like he's so stiff and he needs to be more fluid. And that's the big issue here. Get this guy.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's the big issue for me here.
That the British wrestlers trying to be luchadors.
Is what it is. Ludwig Kaiser is what, German? I want to say.
He's better at the job than anyone else is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he is genuinely really solid. He's genuinely really good. You also had a AAA Latin American title. Nice little match here. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner defeats Ethan Page. They do a heel shtick gimmick type dusty finish sort of thing where Ethan Page hits Dr. Wagner with a wrench, wins the title. The referee is about to give it to him. Mr. Iguana comes out and says, no. They reverse the decision, restart the match. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner wins. The confusion on Conan's voice, Scotty, over we have a commission. Why did we just restart the match? That's not fair. There's a commission. Can someone talk to somebody? What the heck is going on? I need to talk to somebody. What's going on? And everyone's be like, well, I guess the referee changed his mind. And to me, that immediately went to the thing of, yes, Conan, this is no longer your book show. This, of course, is WWE's book show. So these things just happen. There's no commissions. Those no longer exist. Stop talking about it. I'll skip over this next one. I'll talk about that in a moment. AAA World Cruiserweight title match, 3-way, Laredo Kid, Jack Cartwheel, Javon Evans. Really, really fun match, Scotty. I would check this out if you have time. My recommendations ultimately here, Scotty, are going to be the AAA World Cruiserweight title, the singles match between Vikingo and Dragon Lee, and the main event tag team with Phoenix and Mysterio.
Javon Evans is awesome.
Yeah, he's really good. He had a couple slips-ups in this match. He whiffed on a super kick to Jack Cartwheel. But it's whatever. But yeah, he's awesome. He's a guy. He's obviously a future guy. He is 21 years old. World is his oyster.
Jay Malachi, shouts out.
And then there's a 6-woman tag team match rather. Fabi Apache, Lola Vice, and Itali defeat Los Toxicas. We finally get to see Los Toxicas, I believe, on these AAA WB shows, and they lose, and that's fine. There was also arguably a worst match of the year contender here, Scotty, and I really want to dive into this match because it sucked so much ass. This is a Carnival of Carnage match. Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis, Uncle Howdy, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan against Los Psycho Circus, Psycho Clown, Pagano, Murder Clown, Dave the Clown.
Nothing about this sounds good.
The match starts with Wyatt Six coming out into the ring. Or the segment starts, rather, with them coming out to the ring. Then a video package plays where Los Psycho Circus says that they have to come to the Carnival of Carnage or whatever in the back. And so then they leave the ring and go fight him in the back. And then they proceed to, then they walk upon a, you know how in arenas or shipping areas, we've seen these on wrestling shows, they have the loading docks, right?
Yeah.
Where the trucks come in and everything and down. And so there's this, it's kind of carved out little area underneath. So they walk over and down beneath them are all these circus tents put up with balloons everywhere, all over the ground, all over on the things. And they walk over and they walk in just looking around like, what the heck is this? How did this get here? And what is this? What is this? And then they get to a jumping bouncy castle. And then out of nowhere steps into frame. Psycho Clown's like, I'm right here. And then the Wyatt Six I can't believe he's right there. Look at each other. Joe Gacy, you go fight him by yourself for some reason. Joe Gacy goes in. They start doing hockey fighting. And then Psycho Clown choke slams Joe Gacy into a ball pit. And then the Wyatt Six are like, how did he do that? You just did that. And then they turn around and they see the rest of Los Psycho Circus and they're right there and they beat up each other. This thing sucks, Scotty. This match sucks so much. They then brawl in this circus for a little bit. Each circus tent thing that's been built up has a piece of fabric in front of it. Uh-huh. And I want to say Dave the Clown or Murder Clown or whatever rips off the fabric, and there's Masquerita Singrata with a kendo stick that he starts just waving around like a lightsaber. and then he beats up Eric Rowan or Dexter Loomis or whoever the heck it is, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Then the Wyatt Six get the upper hand, and part of this gimmick as well is that there's also just normal people treating it like extras, treating this like an actual circus. So they come across people that are trying to pop a balloon with a dart, and a girl screams, and then Dexter Loomis, I think, super kicks a girl, super kicks the guy, and that's fine. And then they rip off another thing of fabric, and who's there? But some guy holding a tub of balloons, and then they just beat him up for no reason. He's just there for no reason. I don't know why there's a piece of fabric over these things. None of it makes sense. Then someone else opens up another thing, and it turns out to be a kissing booth because Pimpinella Escalerta was there and then kisses Joe Gacy on the mouth. And then there's some more brawling to get to the ring. There's some more brawling. The match happens, and there's some table spots. And then the match ends, Scotty, and Los Psycho Circus get the win. This match stunk so much ass. Half of it was fucking bullshit. Wyatt Six, like WWE bullshit match gimmick types where we're just going to be completely backstage in this pre-setup. We're acting. We're not wrestling. We're just walking around looking at things. What a waste of time, Scotty. And I want to tell you something that they aired on this show as well that's really infuriated me. They did a video package about how AAA, because of the WWE acquisition, Scotty, is now a global company. And I really want you to hear this. It's now a global company. And then they go on to say that Lucha Libre is now no longer a sideshow. It is now the main event with WWE. Lucha Libre, Scotty.
Hold on. I wonder who made it a sideshow.
Well, obviously, the Psycho Circus. They're all outside shows. They're a circus. But who made it a sideshow? Maybe it was Rey Mysterio, the guy that said that WWE has finally gave the stamp of approval to AAA and Lucha Libre with this acquisition. This acquisition has become the PR marketing of the whole thing of the classic WWE is.
Yeah,
we are not purchasing an equal. We are purchasing someone beneath us, and we are going to tell that audience that you are beneath us and you should thank us for making you global. And Scotty, what have they done to make AAA a global promotion this year? They've aired their stuff on YouTube, on WWE's YouTube account.
Yeah, baby.
And then Octagon Jr. wrestled.
It's not good enough for you?
Dominic on Money in the Bank.
So, you know what's funny talking about AAA at this point? By the way,
booked by Undertaker.
I knew that is very funny, admittedly.
They don't have a single lucha guy anywhere that could book this.
So I did get a new match for Worlds End, but before I get to that,
please.
The thing about AAA, right, is it's a better show now.
Yes,
than 100%. It was a year ago, right? 100%. Like you watched it.
I had interest. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll throw this on.
So that's something. The problem is that the wording of every time AAA is talked about is this stink on it. It's WWE stink, right?
Yeah. That
just never goes away. And it's like they like to try and tell their audience that Lucha Libre was a sideshow. Meanwhile, the same year, CMLL has sold more tickets.
Yes.
Than WWE has.
Correct. A company, by the way, CMLL, has existed longer than WWF has ever existed.
Correct. And they've sold more tickets than them, at least last time it was talked about. I'm sure it hasn't changed because they haven't run another stadium show, so there was no way to beat that. But they've sold more tickets than them. That means they've sold more tickets than anyone in wrestling this year.
Correct.
But they're trying to tell you that it was a sideshow.
Correct.
That's because they made it a sideshow on their program. And they still do, by the way. They just have AAA now. So when you watch AAA, it's like, see, it's the main event. No. It's only on YouTube. And if people happen to remember, that's why they watch it. Now, I will give them the sole credit of you made AAA better. Congratulations. Do you know how difficult that was? Not really at all, because Conan was really bad at his job.
Yeah.
Conan was booking Alberto Del Rio as the world champion.
Oh, I forgot something as well.
What?
Speaking of Alberto Del Rio, you remember what faction he was a part of?
No, I do not remember what faction.
He was, of course, a part of the Eye of AAA. with
sure.
Dorian, and Conan and JBL
Of
and
course.
some other people. I want to say
Of course, that sounds normal.
the eye has been reformed, and the
Now,
faction now
now it's the nose.
it's the second eye. It's the third eye. I don't know. Dorian's back.
The other eye.
He's still part of this.
Okay.
But now instead of Alberto, it's centered around El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh, so he's healed now.
Yeah. They officially made him heel. He made him
That's
heel.
good.
He was working heel the whole match.
Building.
And he has a heater with him.
Is it
you know who the
Omos?
heater is? It is Omos.
It's got to be Omos.
It's gotta be Omos.
Come on.
He was he in Noah this year? Was that this year?
That was this year. He won the tag belts in January.
And then they took him away because they wanted to use him. And here we are at the end of December. We're
You
finally using
know-
Omos.
You know how sick Team 2000X was when they had Omos cooking?
Cooking. They were cooking.
It was. I mean, good for him that he's doing something.
Yeah.
I actually don't hate that.
No,
Like
it's not. It's
Kingo
not
and
bad.
Omos.
It's fine. It's fine.
Like, think about the times Vikingo's going to jump off Omos. You know?
I
Think about
know.
that.
I can't wait.
How's Vikingo
He
moving?
does,
these
he
days?
does the Twisted Bliss. It's Vikingo as Alexa Bliss and Omos as Braun Strowman.
How's it? Yeah, sure.
He's wrestling fine. I like him.
You
Came off a
match. Clearly, he's wrestling fine.
Yeah, it was a really good match. I think you're totally right. Is AAA better than it was? Yeah, it was dog shit before, but now it's gotten to the level where it's like bad in the WWE bad. Yes, they have comparable wrestlers. It's now at the point where like wrestling, it's now up to par with the wrestling standards of the rest of the globe, or at least American wrestling, right? North American wrestling, where it is now generally good wrestling and good bits, but now it is full of WWE stuff. It is now no longer different than anything else. It is now part of it. And then you have the gall of WWE to say that it was a sideshow before this, and now it's the main event. And you're right, in a year where CMLL is selling more tickets than WWE. It's pretty ridiculous. It's a pretty ridiculous claim. People rag on AEW's partnerships with their people, with CMLL and New Japan. AEW does nothing to the level that WWE does with quote unquote their partners. WWE doesn't even have partners. Well, I guess TNA is their partner.
I was gonna say a partner is not a partner if you own them.
Yeah, I was about to say what they're doing of the company that they own, they are beneath. This is a sideshow. They're now a main event. You should thank us for becoming global, which is just being on YouTube right now. TNA, their partner, they just send them a bunch of NXT people, and none of it matters. But they got TNA a TV deal, maybe, kind of, who knows? So it is what it is. The whole thing's dumb and stupid, and we're probably going to talk more Lucha next year, and we're going to certainly have more of these shows. Like I said, it's fine, but like it's insulting, and as we all expected it would be. We all expected it would be insulting here. Scotty, let's close out with this. Some updates for World's End.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, here we go. Hold on. I just had it. I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, and we no longer have these updates.
All right. So here are your tournament results with one match left to go. We also have a new World End match. What would you like first?
Tournament updates.
All right. Tournament updates. Spoilers for those who care.
Yes. Spoilers. Spoilers.
This will air Wednesday. Eddie Kingston was also randomly on Ring of Honor. That has nothing to do with this. I just found it interesting.
He was just on it. Everybody calm down. He was just on Ring of Honor. Everybody calm down.
The Protostar. All right. Kyle Fletcher defeated Jack Perry to lead the goalie with 9 points.
That makes sense.
No. Konosuke Takeshita defeated Mascara Dorada to officially fully clinch. So he's good to go.
Yep.
Clinch
Number
top
one.
seed, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, he's number one of B. He's the B1.
Roderick Strong upset Claudio Castagnoli.
No, that's a big upset.
Yeah. So that looks like it opens the door for Mox.
Yep.
I think
makes sense.
so. I think it'll be Mox. It'll be Mox, Okada, Fletcher, and Takeshita. That seems to be the four, I think.
So it's more than likely that it's going to be
all the people you'd probably expect when it was announced at the beginning.
Well, more than likely, it looks like then it could be potentially Okada versus Moxley as another semifinal.
Yes. Like I said, new match for World's End, the tag title match. They're also going to do Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd.
Oh, so
at
Darby
World's
Allin's
End.
back from injury.
Yeah, he got thrown down the stairs by Gabe Kidd at
He's
Hammerstein.
back from injury and he's always thrown downstairs. God, this guy.
Yeah.
And Gabe Kidd's back as well. Okay, we
And-
got to talk about Gabe Kidd. Speaking about
Yeah.
people out the door and speaking about partners.
And Pac and Kevin Knight went to a draw.
That's a way to do it. Now both people are knocked out.
Yeah, the last match is Orange versus Moxley. Which is
Okay,
likely
so
happening.
then okay, wait, and then Okada beat who did Okada beat? It was Mike Bailey.
Oh, that hasn't happened yet either, but
Okay.
safe to assume.
So Fletcher is currently leading the pack. If Okada beats Mike Bailey, then
When?
they are dead even at number one spots. If it goes to a draw, then I believe it is then Okada versus Pac, and I believe Okada beat Pac.
Yes.
So then Okada is number 2 if it goes to a draw.
Yeah.
So that seems likely. So then it would be Fletcher as your G1, and then your Okada as your G2. Which what that would mean, and B League, what are we feeling? Mox?
Yeah, I'd think so.
That would then be
It's gonna be him or Cassidy.
It'd be him or Cassidy. We'll think about that when we talk about it.
Oh, that's a big difference in my interest.
Then we're looking at Konosuke Takeshita versus Kyle Fletcher. Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because we're assuming Okada goes to a draw, probably. Okada versus a draw versus Mike Bailey.
Not crazy idea.
Plausible. And then Okada versus either Orange Cassidy or John Moxley.
Well, one of those matches excites me.
Yeah. Then we're gonna assume Okada beats Mox. Okada's gonna win. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And then you get Okada and Takeshita.
It makes more sense for it to be Mox. It's a more interesting match, but then also Mox loses.
Unless they avoid Takeshita.
Takeshita loses against Fletcher.
Yeah, maybe they could do that because they really love prolonging this story. They love it. It's their favorite thing.
But
to
I
do.
have to imagine they've been prolonging to this point.
Right. You would hope so. If it's not, then I will have many questions.
I would say Takeshita beats Fletcher, Okada beats Mox, and then we get, of course, Takeshita versus Okada in the main event.
Takeshita would have to win. No one wants Okada winning.
I think you're right. I think Takeshita's winning this thing.
Cool. And he wins one belt.
Take that, Mercedes.
And then the unified belt goes away?
Don't know. Do not know. I don't know.
Well,
don't quite know there, Scotty.
That's mathematics.
Well, hold on. Does the unified belt? Okay, I hate to presuppose this idea. Again, my whole theory of the booking with the unified belt is so that Tony Khan loved the idea of Eddie Kingston being a Triple Crown champion. And so Okada had 2 belts.
Dude,
and he wanted to
buy All Japan then. They could use it.
well, we got stuff to do with Talos and Odyssey Jones.
Can't wait to talk about that show. Oh, have you seen that card?
Yeah.
Oh. Except for the maid. Maid's cool.
Yeah. So my whole thing was it's a Triple Crown idea, and they just made the unified title to make it a full-on Triple Crown, right?
Yeah. That's
Triple Crown
running
in image, right?
Sure, that's the running method you have going on right now.
Takeshita would be the Continental Champion, and also the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. You can make it a Triple Crown visual.
So does he get the unified belt because he's got 3 belts?
Well, 2. He has 2 top belts, which makes him a unified champion. Which,
oh Jesus Christ!
Is the unified championship not about unifying titles, but this man unifies lineages and companies and partnerships because that's not how the terminology works in any capacity. And when
None of the terminology works.
And when I say this happens, this will happen on Saturday. It could break a lot, and so many New Japan fans, Scotty's brains will break when they hear that Konosuke Takeshita, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Continental Champion, is also the AEW Unified Champion.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Because
because Don Callis said, "Why would I put all 3 belts on the line?" He said that to explain why only the Classic was on, which was terrible, by the way. Terrible explanation of like why
it doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve the problem.
No. It makes the problem bigger, I'd argue.
It would make the
solve. Can I paint you a better picture real quick?
Hold on, real quickly. The solve to the problem would be Don Callis siding with Takeshita and kicking Okada and giving the unified belt to.
But then that makes the belt even more useless because then we're just handing it to someone.
Agreed.
So just to throw the New Japan curveball in there, piss people off even more, or maybe make them happy. I don't really know. So we're imagining at Wrestle Kingdom a week later, right?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
that the guy that lost in the main event, Okada, is going to beat Tanahashi in the retirement match. Yeah. And then Takeshita, who won that match, is going to lose to Tsuji in the semi-main event. Either way, the IWGP World Champion either has to win, then lose, or win, then lose. Lose, then lose again.
And there's totally a possibility that Okada and Takeshita are winning those matches.
Correct.
Which you don't even have to worry then about, Scotty, about the Unified Championship, because then Takeshita would then have 3 belts.
That's true. This sucks.
Wrestling, baby.
That's why I said the winner of this tournament should have simply been challenging for the Continental. Not that one. The Unified Championship.
Yes,
that's what
all
it should have
3
been.
titles.
Not the tournament being for the belts.
Correct.
That's lame. Doesn't accomplish anything.
Has he defended the Intercontinental title since winning it? Not the Intercontinental.
The what?
Not the Intercontinental title. What is
it
called?
The Unified?
No. The
Continental?
The Continental. I guess he has. Dude, he has had matches and all 3 belts are technically on the line.
He has had this belt since he's had it for 642 days. And
he was at first.
Was the first champion.
It was the international championship that he beat Omega with.
This belt's lineage goes Eddie Kingston, Kazuchika Okada. That's it.
I meant the international title belt.
You know how bad this? No, let me finish this.
Which I guess he defends every single time.
No, I need to finish this rant. Let me finish it. Eddie Kingston broke his leg and came back within the same time frame of Okada's title reign. And he could the best part, right, is he could just lose the belt by losing the semifinal. I think that's 10 times funnier.
Yeah. I think the best part is that this is like the least frustrating, confusing thing that's going to happen in the show. The main event is going to have MJF winning the world title.
Oh, sure is. That's not going to be the main event. The final's the main event.
My apologies, sir. The semi-main event will have MJF winning the world title. Can you believe it, folks?
Can you believe it?
Get into it. I've always said, Scotty, get into it.
You have. But let's end this show. I'm done.
Yeah, let's end the show. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of Ring Post Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Sunday. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Kwanzaa, a Happy Hanukkah, a happy whatever you're celebrating. At the end of the day, we hope you have a happy holidays. Obviously, we have preempted to Sunday here, but we'll be back not next Sunday, but next Tuesday on the 30th, the New Year's Eve show, where we're going to review big time show is what that's going to be. AEW Worlds End review, Stardom Dream Queendom review, All Japan New Year, whatever the fuck, New Year's Eve preview. Plus, there's also some bonus shows that have some interesting matches, but I digress. Wrestle Kingdom preview, Noah preview. That 100%, Scotty, it's got to be a 3-hour show. Could be 4, but it's got to be a 3-hour show for sure.
Happy. Hey, I'm off from work the next day. I don't care.
I am not. So
Oh, you work New Year's Eve?
I work New Year's Eve.
I am not.
Have I told you that I got a new job? I'm having
Another new job?
It's a brand new job. It's a salaried position, if you believe it.
There you go. That's a good thing.
I'm gonna be making way more money. So I'm excited about that in the new year.
It's good.
I'll talk about it more offline. That is all the exciting stuff we'll be talking about on New Year's Eve on the 30th of December when we come back. Until then, Scotty, before we leave, give us your plugs. Give us your match of the week.
My plugs, youtube.com/@ScottEWrestling. I'm gonna have 2 videos this week. Video on my Sakurai, and then the Stardom Dream Queendom preview at the end of the week. I have a special up there, like I said, with Trent. I also have a video up on Sayaka Otani, if that interests you. That the video with Trent was a Christmas special, so that was a lot of fun. Match of the week, I didn't watch a single match, so that's a first time scenario where I didn't watch anything. So I'm gonna give you
what was your movie of the week?
My movie of the week. Since Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a long list. Let me see. We'll go with Millennium Actress. Recommended to me by my good friend Dylan, who's a viewer, listener, however the fuck you watch it, of the show. That was it, because the rest are either Christmas movies or Avatar: The Way of Water, and I'm not giving that a shout out. But no, Millennium Actress is really good.
But Scotty, have you considered the Talcoons? Have you considered the Talcoons? I don't think you're considering the Talcoons.
I also watched Wonka last night.
To prep for Marty Supreme.
So, as a big Timothée Chalamet fan, I'm going through his entire cinematography, and I was like, I guess I finally have to watch Wonka. And they should not have made it a musical. It's not his fault that the movie was not very good.
Would it have been better if instead of singing, Timothée Chalamet rapped the entire time?
Actually, yeah, would have
been. We all heard the Four Rawls remix with Timothée Chalamet.
That shit was beast. Okay,
listen, pretty beast. Gonna say
for all the haters out there, which I know there many are of. Eat it. This has been one of the best press stores of all time.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Gotta say,
the fact that he did that was like, when I watched the video, I was like, "Is this real? Oh my god, it is!"
It's so good. It's so much fun.
So good, so good. When next year, I'm just gonna become a movie guy with a side of wrestling instead of wrestling with a side of movies. So this podcast is doomed, but hey, that's okay.
That's all right.
We have fun here,
just like our favorite movie star Matthew McConaughey. That's pretty good. My of the week is gonna be I went back in time to 2002, Scotty, and watched Ring of Honor Glory by Honor. And by say watched it, I mean I watched the first 5 matches, but I'm going to give it up to the Amazing Red versus Kudo Hidaka on Glory by Honor. 3 3/4 star match there. Go check that out. October 5th, 2002 is that one. I have to imagine the show gets a little bit better. There is a Low-Key versus Samoa Joe fight without honor match on this card, and I am very excited for Scotty. Very excited for it. Pretty good. Ballot news. I released the very first ever episode recorded of the ballot. And baggy news. The ballot news first is that I released the very first episode of the ballot. Zack Sabre Jr. With a friend of the show, Curtis Spears, Ichiban Sweetcast own Curtis Spears. It was, it was behind the paywall and all this stuff, behind the Disney Vault. It's outside the Disney Vault. It's for free. It's on the feed. Why did I release that first? Well, it was the first episode I've recorded. But also, why did I release that first? Because Zack Sabre Jr. is the only guy of that season that is still on the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame ballot. So it made sense to release that first. Outside of that, the baggies are going on. I've sent out the ballots to all 50 people this year, up to 50 people voting that have received a ballot. Whether or not we get obviously 50 votes will come down to it, but we have 50 ballots that went out to various contributors of Countout Network in all shapes and sizes. So I've already gotten a good amount back. I believe I sent them all out this week, Scotty.
I know I received one. Thank you.
You received one, and then 2 days later, 24 people received more, and then 2 days after that, 25 people received the rest of them. I've already gotten 8 back so far.
There we go.
And they have, I think, 2-3 weeks, to
very
close
baggy,
close everything. So, start choking already on the baggies. The
you should announce those on the show that we do the year-end thing. Just make it all big.
I'm thinking about how to announce them as well. We've already gotten some stuff obviously in here. I'm already looking at who is receiving votes in the various promotions, who's leading the packs in the regions. It's already shaken out to be pretty interesting, and there's definitely like a lot of people. And I can already see who is immediately leading the packs in like the best of the globe. I think there's some cases where it's extremely obvious who is probably going to be like the number one, let's say woman wrestler of the year, Scotty. For best,
I win again.
Yeah, I guess you do. The men's rankings are fascinating, and the tag teams are also extremely fascinating in a lot of ways. Very much. If you liked our conversation with the Tokyo Sports Awards and the tag team, Scotty, would you believe it's similar?
As someone who went through all the awards, I said I can't name more than 3 for most of these. So this is bad.
No, I think it's totally fine. I think it's totally fine. Would you also believe with the 8 submitted so far that you're the only person that's voted in AAA?
I give Dom some love.
Yeah, that's the reveal, is that you only voted for one person as Dominic Mysterio, which I do greatly enjoy. That's so fucking funny.
My ballot's an all-timer. I think people should just get to look at my ballot when they're all in, because it is fucking hysterical. It's like WWE, John Cena, and Io Sky. Don't remember the rest. Don't ask me.
Rhea Stephanie Valkyrie.
Sure, that feels wrong.
There was one of yours that have matched with 2 other people in one specific voting block. Let's see. I want to say it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. Oh no, was I wrong? Oh no, I was not wrong. Your top 3 wrestlers on the Joshi Indies, it is 2 other people have voted the exact same way you did.
Which is because I'm right.
Because you're right. Turns out.
Did I say that? I did.
Yeah,
I don't remember who my third vote was, but
but various people that have hosted podcasts, that have guested on podcasts, they all receive ballots. There's 50 people that went out, so you'll get those baggy updates. See who's the best around the globe. So stay tuned for that. That is it for this week's show. If you'd like to listen to Ring Post Radio, subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Listen to us on said podcast. Leave a rate and review if you so dare.
Sorry, I remember another plug.
Yeah.
I just realized this show is we're not doing this again until the 30th. So there's a lot of time that my brain did not marinate. I also have a Dream Queendom review the day of. So that floats your boat.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about it on here, but we won't be able to talk about it in full because we have 75 different things to talk about. When I say in full, like I'm going to talk about it for at least an hour.
Mm-hmm.
On here, we're going to talk about it for maybe 20 minutes, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Let's watch us on YouTube at Podcast Wrestling Network. Listen to all of our shows on the Count Network, and follow us on social media if you dare. I think that's pretty much it, folks. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of Ring Post Radio. We'll be back on the 30th, the little Christmas break. So enjoy your holiday season. And until then, have a good one, everybody. Good.